Aquaman is one of those heroes that I like, but I've never really read many of his comics. However, I had been seeing a lot of previews for this comic, and there were things about the preview that I really liked that kind of interested me, and my local comic shop had an extra copy of this on the shelf, so I figured, let's give it a shot. Hello everyone, I'm Mr. Beefy, and this is Saturday Morning Comics. So Aquaman #1 was released on January 8th of 2025. So this is a part of the All-In, and like many of the other All-In titles, the first one, it comes with a white cover. I do like this design on Aquaman here. It's got his little symbol with the shark eating through it, and it has Aquaman wielding a water sword, which I think is kind of interesting. And some of the previews I've seen for this, I've been enjoying the art. And very much so with this first page here, it's talking about how, this is not a story of Arthur Curry as a boy, hero, lover, king. It's about the story of him as... And we have this awesome spread page of the God Killer. So this is one of the reasons why I was interested in this comic, because I had kind of heard that there should be like kaijus and stuff in it. And so if you watch any of my channel, you'll know that me and my son are big kaiju fans. We enjoy Godzilla and stuff like that. And so I figured I would give this comic a shot because it's been a while since I've read an Aquaman comic. So this was a really good way, in my opinion, for them to introduce this comic, because this totally got me in right away as to, okay, this is what this comic is going to be about. The kaiju kraken-y thing looks pretty cool. You got Aquaman down here, and he's wielding his water sword, it looks like. Don't want to call it a lightsaber, but, it got a water lightsaber, water saber. Not sure what to call it. And so then we go to right here where it says 1 year before. So what we're going to be doing in this comic is figuring out how he got to that time, and that's probably going to be what the first volume is about, I would imagine. But we get a shot here. There's a plane getting ready to crash. Aquaman comes out. Mera is helping him. So what we find out here is that Aquaman has some new powers. So he has Mera's hydrokinesis. I'm not exactly sure how or what happened, but in the last big DC event, Absolute Power, something happened with Aquaman. I didn't read that, so I can't comment on it, but basically we got kind of a restart of Aquaman with different powers. So we have him guiding the water up to safely land the plane so that the people could be rescued. I will have to say, the art looks great. I didn't have any issues that I noticed when reading it. That, it looks really good. Then there's a little talk of Aquaman being bored, and then we get to another shot of Daytona Beach, Florida here, and we have a giant water kaiju of some sort busting out. And so, like I said, this is kind of what got me interested in this comic to begin with. So I'm kind of hoping this continues, throughout this run. So basically at the end of the fight, Aquaman gets this feeling that something is happening and goes back to Atlantis. And everything is gone with the exception of this pearl. So Aquaman takes it up to the watchtower. Zatanna looks at it. It's definitely magical, but they can't figure it out. And there's this vibration area that is resonating with it. And so Batman and Wonder Woman travel with Aquaman to find this archway here. And so I'm going to spoil the end of the comic. I don't think it's too big of a spoiler, but this is how it ends. So the pearl goes to it, It's a portal. Aquaman goes inside, and afterwards it has the Omega symbol. So what does the Omega symbol mean? Is Aquaman going into the Absolute Universe, because that's where Darkseid is? I'm not exactly sure what direction they're going to go with it, but I will have to say that it's definitely a little bit of a twist I wasn't expecting. Like I said, we don't have an absolute Aquaman comic, so I don't know if he's going to that universe. If this is tying to that, I don't know. I just don't know. We don't know. I'll have to read more. But yeah, that was the brief look at Aquaman #1. And I will have to say that I actually enjoyed this. So like I said, I like the superhero Aquaman. I've not read many of his comics, but this one definitely drew me in. The way they opened it up with the huge splash page of a god killer, was great. The artwork was solid throughout. I thought it did a good job of kind of introducing you to everyone, everything. We got to see Aquaman with some new powers. We, will be seeing him with a new weapon here in the near future, and I think it's a really good start. Like, I did not order this one initially, but I am actually going to be putting it on my pull list so I can see where the story goes. So right now I would recommend this comic. Obviously, if it's something that you seemed interested in, go to your local comic shop, put it on your pull list, or order it in previews. Let me know what you think in the comments from what you saw of the art and stuff. So I want to end this by saying go read a comic and have a great rest of your day.